Good morning, YouTube. A very cold day today. Just get my gloves on to show you what the temperature is here today. It's hitting around about minus 15 Celsius. So, quite cold. But we're off for a walk. Gotta walk these two. I need to pee. Come on this way. Where are you going? We're going this way. Come on. We're going up here. Come on. Go on. This way. Come on. Push. This is my neighbour. I'll say hello to him as we go past. Привет, я не снимаю перчатки.
Смотри.
Что?
Молодая девчонка оттуда ушел.
А?
Молодая девчонка 3 штука.
А, да, конечно.
Оттуда. О, там такси ждет.
Я знаю. Хорошо.
Что, ты посмотрел?
Да, не смотри.
Смотрел?
Потом. Потом. Yeah, not that good. But it's about minus 15. It's fairly cold. But understand, you don't touch metal objects with bare hands, things like that. And phone batteries on live streams don't last long in this kind of temperature. But this is a new phone, that's why I'm doing these live streams that I couldn't. If you noticed, I had stopped doing live streams because the temperature was just killing the battery on the phone. It was just dying very quick. Old phone, 2 old phones in fact. I was trying them both, and both just completely died very quickly, even with a power supply. The trouble is with these phones is he's still a bit limpy. With this cold temperature is, even if you're using a power bank, the phones won't charge because it's too cold. The charging circuits detect the cold and it refuses to charge the phone. So the batteries die really quick in this weather. So you can't do long live streams. Well, this phone is, and it was only, I actually got it from my wife. I inherited a second-hand phone. I was going to buy a new phone, and then her company gave her a new phone and computer, part of her work thing. And so I got her phone, which we only bought last year. So it's got a brand new battery in it. You know, it's just a year old. So it's saved me buying a new phone, and it's actually pretty good, and it holds the charge very well. It's got a big 5,000 milliamp battery in it. It's what I call it, Samsung A25, so it's a bit bigger than my old phones and a bit brighter, and the battery seems to work a lot better. So that's why. Oh, found something to dig. What are we digging? What are we digging, wolf face? Oh, nothing. So that's why I'm doing these live streams now. I've got a better phone and I can. It won't die on me. So quick, which is better. I've been watching the news and I see that. Yeah, the temperatures in especially America. For America, I hear that you're getting some terrible weather over there. Shops empty of food and stuff, and that's really bad, really terrible. Look at the winter sun. Look at this up here. It's picturesque. I wouldn't. You can keep your cities and your high rises and all the rest of it. Nothing beats that. Is that a pretty picture there? Do you like that? And if you're in the comments, if you're watching and you're reading, you type in right in the comments. It takes us a while to come through sometimes. But if you're in there, type in, tell me, do you like that picture? Does that look gorgeous? I was out here last night. I did a live stream last night, and the weather, the light was reflecting from the city onto the snow and causing it what looked like a moonlight, but it wasn't. It was sort of like this, but in dark. Very nice. I love this. Can't wait to get to Novgorod again. We're looking at. I keep checking the weather. See what's happening. Whether we can go back yet. Back to the build. To watch you following the build. It's not. The weather's not ready yet. We're looking at end of March. I'm kind of looking at long-term weather forecasts, and long-term weather forecasts are saying that it's going to start to get warmer very soon, about 2 weeks in fact, The weather's going to change again and we're going to get stuff, not plus temperatures, but we're going to get only very slightly minus. So we're going to get here like -1, -2, -6, something like that, a bit colder at night time. So basically what we're going to get next week and the next couple of weeks is we'll start to see snow melting. We will see that, because at -1, -2 Celsius, when the sun comes out, look at that sun there, isn't that gorgeous? It's like something you get on a blimmin' Christmas card, isn't it? Kind of view like that. Beautiful, beautiful. I wish you were here to see this. I'll stop in a minute and just let you enjoy the silence. There's a plane going over to the local airport. When that's gone, in 5 minutes, I'll just give you a listen to the silence here. It's not as quiet as Novgorod. There is a background hum of the traffic, very, very distant, but on a Sunday, it's going to be minimal. You're going to get pretty much quiet here. Very little sound. So, I will stop. That sun there, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful picture. Would you live in a place like this? Would you live? I haven't seen... Alright, so the text is not coming through if anybody's writing. Say hello in the comments, because then I can know if it's working. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. I don't know, it's one of them curiosities with YouTube, innit? And the signal and all the rest of it. That's gone now. Have a listen. There's a dog barking in the very distance. But almost silence. Almost silence, it's very nice. Yeah, almost silence here. Apart from me walking the snow, the crunchy crunch. That's what happens with the snow. The snow here in St Petersberg is very wet snow. I have to watch because this bloody gate has an alarm system. It's got a proximity sensor on it, and then if you get near, it starts wailing at me. So I try and stick to the right hand side where it won't set it off. I know where it is. Hopefully it won't wail at me, but chances are it will. Or one of the dogs will set it off. So that's Wolf Dog anyway, with a bit of a limp. He's recovering nice. He hasn't broke anything. He hasn't broken any skin even. He just got a bit of a thump. Chasing a car, out of control for a few minutes, and when he slid into the car as it was going along, and just outside the house here. So stupid dog. That's what happens with wolf dogs. Very difficult to control. Wouldn't recommend them to anybody. Would you, eh? Wolfie, you got a snow face. Another one up there. He's wandering around. This is the end of the road here. There's no. It's literally the end of the road. There's actually a little ditch up there, and you can't get across from one side. Well, you can skip through it, but you know what I mean. You can't drive up there or anything. There's the winter sun. Pretty picture. All the snow on the trees is very nice. I'll show you this. I wasn't sure what you're getting on. How nice it comes across, but all the trees covered in snow. Look, very common. It's very nice here. There's the sun through the trees. But we'll go back down there. Look at that. Is that a beautiful picture? Nice blue sun, blue sky. This is what you get in winter time. You know, some people said to me earlier on in the year when I was filming, I was doing live streams when it was a bit warm weather, saying, does it ever sunshine in Russia? It's always gloomy and cloudy. And yeah, that kind of is the way. Not always, but in St Petersburg, it is surrounded by water. You've got Finland, and you've got Estonia, and you've got all these countries, seas all around you. And what happens is, and St Petersburg itself was built on a swamp. In fact, it's not real land in St Petersburg. It's built on a swamp, and because of that, you've got very, very, very humid atmosphere all the time. In winter and summer, you get kind of 100%. My fingers start to feel that. Ooh, oh yeah, I'm feeling that cold on my fingers. You get 100% humidity all the time, and so it's so you get this wet snow, and along with the wet snow comes clouds. You get cloudy weather in summertime. It's always cloudy. It's a real pain. And so yeah, sometimes you get cloudless days like this where it's beautiful blue. But majority of the time, it's always cloudy in St Petersberg, always the way. In Novgorod, where I'm going to, it's 300. Well, it looks very snowy. It is very snowy. It's been a lot of snow down. Hello, Tom Scott. How you doing? If you're following the build, the Novgorod, where I'm going to, or that's the region, the actual place is Staraya Russa, the town. They're very different weather. It's very drier. There's not this constant humidity that you get here. It's inland 300 kilometers. And because of that, the snow is much drier and not as wet like it is down here. And also, you don't get the cloudy weather. You get bluer skies up there. Look at this beautiful blue sky today. Does that look gorgeous or what? It's a lovely. You should screenshot that and send it to me. Look at this beautiful weather in Russia. You know. Anyway, it is very tranquil. It's just Sunday. I mean, I don't know if you can hear. I'm silent for a minute, but there is a background hum, very, very distant background hum, and that's living right next to a city. We're only 12 kilometers from the city of St Petersburg, and the town of Krasny Selo is that direction. So Peter that way, Krasny that way, and there is a distant hum. I can hear. What can I hear? It's a distant hum anyway. It's kind of traffic in the very distance, very, very far away. You have to listen very carefully. I've got damaged hearing anyway, and I tend to hear low noises. I can hear low rumbles more than I can hear higher noise, and because of that, I hear that low rumble. This is why I don't like cars with this thumping music, boom, 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 as they go past. It drives me nuts, and it's because of my damaged hearing. I can't listen to it. And but yeah, Novgorod, where I'm going to Starossa, very, very different. Drier weather, drier snow, and much brighter skies. So this blue sky, look at this here. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? Is that beautiful? Bears around there. Yes, of course there's bears around here. The bear shows up every now and then. You have to keep an eye out for him. He isn't with me today, but no, here, honestly, there's no bears here. Not in St Petersburg, there is not. There's no bear activity, there's nothing. This is a dead wood. Basically, this is forest plots. This is all the forest plots. This is building plots. So what happened was 35 years ago, they came here and they chopped all this down. This area is completely cleared. And basically, the land was given to former officers from the military and to build their own houses on. It was kind of a reward for service done. Part of the severance package, if you like. Look at him rolling around the snow down there. And what are you doing, dog? He's just rolling around. And a lot of them never took it up. And basically, this is what's grown. It's a fake forest. This is why the trees are all quite thin. There's no big trees here. There's the odd thicker one up there. There's one up there. That's one that escaped in that. But generally, it's newer trees, 35-year-old trees. That's all. And it's going to be building plots. That's where it is. It's a fake 40. Have you experienced that? Minus 40. Yes, but not here. In Norway I did, many years ago. But here, no. The coldest I've experienced here, that I know of, for definite, was a long time ago. It's about, maybe 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. It was hit minus 36 in the day, and it's hitting minus 38 at night that we know of. I didn't stay out to find out, but it's very, very cold weather. So it does happen occasionally. Just occasionally, but not always. It's them kind of temperature rarity. Not something that happens here a lot. So, but yeah, I have. Not fun at all. Everything freezes basically. If your outside pipes freeze, inside pipes freeze, pumps freeze, things break, cars won't start at all. public transport goes a bit iffy because they can't get the vehicles started or they break down very easy, overheat and all the rest of it. So, yeah, here comes my neighbour. This is my neighbour coming. I can see him coming. This is Igor and Yulia. I know what they're coming for. They're coming to check out the... we had fly tippers up here and they've tipped. And come to check it out.
Ты принес? Долго носил?
Вот. Подарок. Я абсолютно не знаю почему.
Ну,
Вот этот баня,
ну чего?
они не могут открыть свои ворота там. Вот.
А кто ему открывает?
Вот они, кто работает там. И люди едут, они сказали друзья, просто позвонить, они открыть. Они сказали, водители на вот это бизнес, вот на баня открыть, не вижу, туда, открыть ворота, открыть, все, пускай, постоянно. Это как я сказал, вот они должны пользовать свои ворота. Или вот это будет постоянно. Did you hear there's a pop crack from?
Надо ставить еще один шлагбаум.
Что могу делать? Строительному похоже. So we had fly tippers here. Строительному утеплитель.
Вот.
Строительному там кирпичи, все. Вот кирпичи. Это строительному. Сволочь. Fly tippers is what happens. We've got in here.
До хрена туда.
Yeah.
Как я вчера его не увидел, непонятно.
Непонятно когда. It's a universal problem across the world that fly tippers come and they've dumped this builder's rubbish here during the night time.
Да, строительный, да.
Да. Утеплитель. Что могу делать? Это вот ворота, они просто открыть, все, пускай. Я сказал сразу, сразу они делают бизнес, они будут пускай. Поэтому люди, которые работают там, они не знают, они просто, да, открыть, все. Это надо, скажи он, стоп, пускай обычные люди, только гости едут в баню. Не пускай ничего больше. Потом они просто все. Вот это, родители, будут сказать, целые друзья, они все будут приезжать, это только первый раз. Да. Это только начало. There you go. Fly tippers at night time. That's what you get. Oh. Did you hear trees pop crack from what? Gus? Not sure. So fly tippers used to be a problem here quite a bit because forests think they can come up here and dump the rubbish and disappear. Nobody ever saw them. And it used to be quite a problem here. Like everywhere in the world, there's always going to be fly tippers. There's always going to be dickheads, morons who don't respect anything or anybody. Subaru country. And we stopped it. We've got an electronic gate down there. They can't get in. But there's a business open down there, Banya, and they open the gate for them. So they just come in, dump, and go. And this is the first time in about 4 years anybody's managed to fly tip in here. So we're very happy about that. But they've managed it this time, and yeah, it's a problem. It means that the residents have to pay for the clear up. We have, as a collective residents, we have to chip in and pay for somebody to come and move that away. So, people, that's life, isn't it? Don't buzzing me there. This is where they used to get in here before this place became more people. Before, when it was empty, when we first came here, there was a place here, just right here. Is this the one? Yeah. This is going to be a road, or it's designated as a road. Don't look much of a road, does it? But that is designated as a road. This bit here. So if you look down here, this here is designated as a road. And I used to get in there and dump their rubbish, and we cleared it away about 4 or 5 times before we got it stopped. And just one of them things. Subaru. But yeah. But I'm going in now in a minute. My fingers are starting to get cold. The dogs have had enough. I can't stay out here. Wolf dog is fine. He'll lay in the snow all day. He doesn't care. He's fine. But the other one, he will start to get cold. And he doesn't like it. So I can't keep him out here too long. And probably the phone battery, I'm not sure. There's a setting on this that shows me the stats, and I haven't got it worked out on this phone yet. But I'm working on it. But, apart from the fly tippers, it's very nice here. Actually. It's quite okay, but urbanisation is coming in. It's coming in at a rapid rate, actually. You know, we've got people living there now on the right. They were never there before. There's houses popping up all over the place. This on the right here, the end, beside that house, that building, that's a garage actually. This end plot here has just been purchased and is going to be built on in the summertime, so that part of the forest will disappear. And then I guess all these will disappear as well. All this will disappear, and it won't be the quiet place it once was. There's the sun peeking through the trees. Look, nice. It won't be like it was. It's going to be a very busy place, I would imagine, with lots and lots and lots of building going on. It's going to be, you know, hammers and nails morning till night time for some years while it's finished up. Everything's built on, but all this will disappear. All that forest will disappear right up there, and this side as well. And down there as well. So we're in the last moments before the avalanche starts and people start piling into the forest, and that's one of the bigger reasons why we're moving out of here and going to Novgorod, where it's much quieter and there's no plans for urbanisation where we are. And even if there was, we're right on the end, so it wouldn't affect us, we wouldn't feel it, kind of thing. So we're in a good spot up there, and down here, of course, we're partly off grid. And I've probably talked about this. We're partly off grid down here, so we've only got electric. We haven't got mains sewerage. We haven't got mains water. We haven't got gas. So solid fuel. My house is over there. You can see the chimney up there, maybe. Solid fuel, so firewood, wood burner and all that, and septic tank and water well. So, you know, apart from electric is the only thing we've got that's on grid really, and we've got internet now as well. But there's no plans for gas to come up here. It could be literally 20 years before gas gets up here, which is expensive to run. You either run electric, you know, if you're running all electric heating, it becomes very expensive in whatever country you are. It's cheaper here, but it's still going to be expensive, you know, in comparison. And firewood, I've had enough of it. I don't want it anymore. It's done me in, you know. If you ever walk past the banya, gotta keep me eye on the dogs that don't get too cold. Come on, go this way. I take it. Should we go down here? So we'll walk down here a bit and then we'll go back. I'm not going to go directly down past the other neighbours because there's dogs in the garden, and them two go to the gates. You've probably watched it before if you've done live streams with me. They bark at the gate and go mad, so a bit silly. Can't have that. So yeah, this here was just a track. I've said this before. This was a track. There was no road here before, and now it's a road. And all this here, all these plots here, this will all disappear. All this forest will disappear, and on this side as well, it will all disappear into buildings, into houses. And they're all, everybody in Russia, if you buy a plot of land, you're allowed to build on it what design you like. There's no standard formula for building. You know, there's no standard size, or I think the only restriction here, it can only be 2 stories. It can't be 3 stories. That's about it. But other than that, you can build what you like. And if you've got 15 sotok, which is quite a big area, you can build a huge house in here. People do. They built a massive house, like bloody castles, honestly. And then they wonder why they're cold in winter. But anyway, and you know, you get these massive and then this will just turn into a massive fence line down here. It'll all be you know, brown fencing. You know, you won't be, and when you get fencing like that, it loses its neighbourliness, because you don't see each other, you don't see your neighbours, you don't see your people. You're just trapped in behind your own little fence in your own little world. And I see it time and time again in these settlements where they've got all these fences. I was in a settlement, I wasn't on YouTube at the time, I was doing it for Telegram, for my Telegram group, and basically I was in a settlement and they'd pre-built all the fences around every plot, and they were all white, this sheet metal white, down around every plot, and walking down one of the roads was like walking, it was like a maze, honestly. I couldn't figure out where I was. I kept getting lost. It was horrible. And like, my God, do you want to live in this? Where you can't see your neighbour, you can't see anybody, you're just trapped behind your white fence. You might as well be in a prison, you know. Not for me at all. Jackie, come on. Archie, come on then. Come on. Come on, Archie, Jackie, come on. Come on, come on. So anyway, that's life in one of those places. In Novgorod, where we're going, nothing like that. Very different type of thing, because it's not a settlement like this is. It's, you know, town basically. This is what they call a Kotazny Posolek, or a closed-in settlement. And where we're going to is a derevnya, which is a small village. Kind of just on the outskirts of the town. It's part of the town, but it's kind of separate. And because of that, people don't put these big fences up. They have ordinary fences, and it's much nicer, much friendlier way to live, where you can actually see your neighbours. And you know, you come outside and your neighbour comes outside and you chat over the garden fence, kind of thing. It's much nicer. I prefer it. So that's where we're going to. Follow the story. I've just done the origin story. I did it yesterday. I published it yesterday. Have a look at that if you're interested in how I got here. It's not everything, not every gritty detail, obviously. It's very summarised, but it gives you an idea of how I got here, how an Englishman got into Russia and is living here, if you're interested. So, but as for now, it is my fingers, both hands are now starting to get to a cold where I can't feel my fingers on my right hand. Keep swapping my hand in my pocket actually, but it's starting to get very cold. So I'm going to cut it off before my fingers do drop off, and anything else drops off as well. Can't risk that, can I? So keep an eye out for the bear. He does appear in live streams and videos occasionally. Just keep an eye, you'll spot him every now and then. Systems here, I will show you some of the ways that we've dealt with living off grid. Not the romantic YouTube videos, but real gritty stuff. How it really works in real life, if you're interested in that kind of thing. If you've got some romantic notion about off-griddedness, look at that car there covered in snow. About off-griddedness and how romantic it is, I'll give you a taste of reality of what it really is. It's a hard slog. The sun is gorgeous up there. Look at that. That is absolutely, if I can get it on camera, absolutely gorgeous sun up there, just over the trees. So, beautiful. Can feel the heat coming off the sun. Even standing here, cool. Can't I feel it? Warmed up somewhat. But, it's a lovely Sunday. Anyway, so wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a peaceful Sunday, a nice Sunday. Family, friends, granny, and all that. And I'm going to say goodbye from Russia, from Leningrad oblast, and I'm going to get inside warm beside the wood burner, because I'm feeling the chill now, and I don't want to be out any longer. So have a lovely Sunday, relaxing wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next one. If I can switch it off, there is.